Hello everyone, this is the final video for Std-vii Literature Lesson 3 Suvira. So everyone see the last page. In my third video I just finished where that that narrator looked at Suvira's legs, and there she saw that Suvira was wearing brand new shining shoes. And then let's see what is there. My gaze traveled down her legs as they pumped their way towards the finish line. I think it was then that I saw her shoes, brand new on, with glistening, sharp spikes that sprang forward, bit into the track, then sprang forward again like a wild, untamable animal. I tried not to think about those spikes. I concentrated instead on my own. Mine were old and blunted through use, but they had experience, and yes, my old spikes were used to winning. Surely my good old spikes had some hunger left in them yet. So, though narrator saw that Suvira was wearing a very brand new, shining, good shoes, running shoes, but still she realized that with that shoes, that Suvira was uncontrollable. Nobody could control her. Nobody could control her. She was so aggressive to win. But that time also, the narrator was thinking positively, and she thought, though her shoes were not new, it was old and it was maybe not shining, but that didn't matter because her shoes won many race earlier, had experience to win the race. So here the narrator is stating that still my shoes having the craze of winning the race. I was close now, just 20-30 meters to go, because we got to know in the previous video that slowly Suvira crossed the narrator and now Suvira was leading. But here what it is given, I was close now, just 20-30 meters to go. So the narrator was also going very close to Suvira. My old blue spikes had put me on the victory stand often enough. I would take them there this time, past those fleshy new spikes, past the home favorite. I surged forward. Suvira's head swiveled, sighed away to check how close I was. Seeing me close in, she stepped on the accelerator, but I was going full steam ahead too. So what the narrator then said, that her old shoes, many times she won. She stood on the victory stand. She won by wearing this shoe. So this time also she was quite confident, and she was thinking that she will win. She would win. She would beat that new spike. New spike means the Suvira, what the shoes Suvira was wearing, that new shoe. Past the home favorite means she would beat the home favorite. Who was home favorite? Suvira, because Suvira was favorite for everyone. Everybody knew Suvira would win, so she would beat Suvira even. I surged forward. Now she just wanted to get more power to do the rest. Suvira's head swiveled. Swiveled meaning, swiveled is turned around. Means just Suvira once turned back to see how close narrator was. And seeing me close in, she stepped on the accelerator. So seeing the narrator very close, Suvira also increased her speed. Stepped on the accelerator means she increased her speed. But I was going full stream ahead too, means, but the narrator was also was fully enthusiastic to win the race. Suvira, Suvira, Suvira. The whole universe reverberated. Reverberated means everybody was repeatedly taking her name. With the name of my worthy opponent. Opponent is Suvira. We ran together now, step for step, stride for stride. The old favorite with new schools, the newcomer with old ones. So now they were running together. And It was step for step, means every step was together. The old favorite with new shoes. So Suvira was the old favorite and with new shoes. She was wearing new shoes, and the newcomer, narrator was the newcomer with old shoes. The tape was within arm's reach now. I charged towards it. She charged towards it. I could feel my lungs bursting with the effort. Bursting with the effort. I could hear her gasping too, hear her through the roaring pain of effort in my ears. I ducked my head and breasted the tape. She ducked her head and breasted the tape. I crossed the finish line, she crossed the finish line. So then what happened? The tape was now, while they were very close, the tape was visible. Tape means that finishing line where the tape was kept. So they were very close, and that narrator again charged herself, and this Suvira also charged herself, and I could feel my lungs bursting with the effort. Means there was a speed in the breathing. I could hear her gasping too. Suvira was also like, it was like Suvira was also breathing very fast. Hear her through the roaring pain of efforts in my ears. I ducked my head and breasted the tape. She ducked her head and breasted the tape. That means both of them touched the finishing line, the tape. And the crowd went wild, cheering and chanting. Then just after finishing the race, the crowd was like, they became very wild, very much excited. And they were cheering and chanting, means taking the name, and they were cheering, still chanting Suvira's name. But in between the chanting, there were voices that asked, "Hey, who is that? What's that new girl's name?" So this time, till this, they were only chanting Suvira's name. They were only cheering Suvira. But now, at this moment, when both of them crossed the finish line together, they were chanting Suvira's name, but in between they were asking who that new girl was. So the girl, that narrator, got the recognition, acceptance among her schoolmate. And then we were standing there together on the top step of the victory stand, where both of us were used to standing alone. She turned to me and smiled, a friendly open smile, as though she was genuinely happy. "Well done," she said. "Well run," I said. Then we joined hands and raised them to acknowledge the cheering of our school, my school. So eventually there was a spectacular scene. There was a spectacular scene when two winners stood together and congratulated each other. They both appeared as a token of success. So children, here the story ends. So what we learn is never to feel disappointed or demotivated, whatever the situation is. We should always have the confidence to do our best, whether we are in a new environment or we are in a difficult situation. Whatever it is, if we have confidence, if we have positive thinking, feeling of positivity, determination, we can do our best, we can reach our destination. So I hope everybody understood. Now I'll send the question answers and exercise. Thank you very much.